Hi guys, welcome to Panthers TV. We're joined by new Panthers head coach Liam Finn. Liam, welcome to Panthers TV. It's the first time we've had a chance to sit down and talk since it was announced that you've signed on to become head coach of Halifax. How's preparations been going for the new season so far?
Good so far. A little bit difficult not getting hands on with the players yet and having that little bit of time off, but at the same time everybody needs that. It was a very long season for the Halifax lads last year with the cup run especially, so a little bit of time off will do the lads some good. So touch base with all the players and had a chat with them all, but at the same time conscious of letting them enjoy the time away and a little bit of recovery for the mind and body, and making sure that they try and get themselves away on holiday and spend some time with the family, because once they're back in part-time rugby players and working, it's pretty full on for 10-11 months of the year. So not had too much contact with the lads, but really looking forward to getting back in training next week and starting and just try to crack on and put our stamp on it for next season.
One thing you have been able to do is get your coaching team in place. We've obviously seen Craig Hubie join you from the Dewsbury Rams. There's a couple of lads that have stayed that were already here. How are you happy with your coaching team and the way things are going with that so far?
Yeah, really happy. Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before. I think there's a good blend of continuity and new ideas with myself coming back and Chubbs coming with me. I think Chubbs will be really good for our pack, especially our props, middle forwards. Obviously a great player in that position and probably one of the best I played with. So his experience and being able to work with some good quality Championship and ex-Super League middles will be invaluable. And Irv will be great as well. And Irv's an experienced coach. He's been coaching since he was 15 years old, so I'm really looking forward to working with Irv. And his enthusiasm and his demeanour around the group is one of his best assets, and that's what he will help me with. He's a real positive bloke and always sort of buzzing around and being enthusiastic, and put that with the knowledge of rugby he's built up over the last few years and the experience of last year working with Simon. He'll be a great he's not an addition, is he? But he'll be a great asset to us next season. And obviously then there's JK, John Kelly, the conditioner, who's had 12 months to get his feet under the table and put his mark on the group. And the lads know how he works from a physical point of view, and he had him in really good shape last year and managed that really well. And I'm looking forward to working with John and seeing how he goes about his business. And as a group, we're looking forward to getting together and trying to collaborate all our ideas and challenge each other and make sure that we're as good as we can be to get the best out of this group.
In terms of building your squad for 2024, how do you feel that's been going so far? We've had a few new additions announced, some retentions and things like that. A lot of people will say that we've kept the core of a squad together that didn't make the playoffs. How much do you feel you can add to what's already here in terms of building your squad?
I think it's important to have some continuity, and I think it's a good thing more than anything. And we need to make sure that our standards are high enough to make sure that we are a little bit more consistent next year. I don't think there's any secret. I think Si were open and honest about the fact that he wanted them to be more consistent, and I'm also so realistic in the fact that if you have a really deep cup run like Halifax did last year, it's really difficult to battle on two fronts, and at times they were upset with themselves for not doing that. And I think that'll be one of the focuses of the leadership playing group to make sure we are consistent, which was great for me. So it means you have to be consistent in training if you want to be consistent every Sunday, and that'll be the aim. And ultimately, consistency comes from consistency of a group. So we spoke about it last time with Simon when we were here 2 years ago when I was here. I think it was the first time that he hadn't had a major turnover of players, and this is probably the second or third time. So it is building that continuity and what's expected at the club, and most of those lads who who've been here a while know that now, and know that there is an expectation level of how you need to be, how you need to perform, and how you need to act around the town.
They say as well, a break is as good as a change, or a change is as good as a break. Are you expected to see a different impetus from some of the lads that have been here a long time, with a new coaching team coming in with new ideas, that they might get a new lease of life?
Is that the official saying? A change is as good as a rest. Hopefully, myself coming in is that little bit of a freshen up, and without being a million miles away from what they've had and seen before. The subtle differences hopefully will make a big change to the not the attitude. What's the word I'm looking for? Just the feel around it, and freshen ideas up, and freshen the mentality, and a few different drills in training, a few different ways of going about things, and like you say, that little bit of a change will freshen things up, and I won't be changing millions and millions of things, but I have got little bits of different ideas of how I'd like to play the game, and how I'd like to get that across, and hopefully they'll be interested, and it'll spark a little bit of interest to a little bit of different way of playing rugby league.
How would you describe your philosophy of playing the game?
That's a good question. That very, very difficult to verbalise, really. But sort of in attack, I'm a big believer in getting as many one-on-ones as possible. I know that there's a big emphasis these days on fullback coming out the back of a play and try to get the winger in at the corner, and some great tries are scored like that, attacking wise, but I'm a little bit more about the subtlety of getting good attacking players in a one-on-one position with people who don't like to tackle. Getting them one-on-one with people like I used to be, didn't really like to tackle. If you get your better players, or in situations with a defender, and you can isolate them attacking wise, and you can put somebody under pressure, and you can do that continuously over and over again, I believe that you see the benefits at the back end of the game, rather than trying to chase points and try and score off every single play. I think it's a little bit more subtle than that. And defensively, it's the opposite. I think you've got to try and make sure that the opposition don't put you in that position where you're making a lot of one-on-one contacts, and you can get two into initial contact and control the ruck, and control the collision, and then ultimately it comes down to controlling the field position and the game, and that's one thing I used to enjoy as a player, is try to control where you are on the field and control where you play the game, and without looking back too much. I think it's probably the last game of the season was the downfall of trying to score on every single play, when a little bit jumpy and a bit fatigued from a long season, and just having the patience to control the field position and backing yourself to take the game as deep as you can, and knowing you're going to come out of the other end, which leads into making sure your S&C is good, and he's a quality operator, which we feel like he is, and obviously having the support of your assistant coaches to implement that and be on board with it.
And finally then, I know we're sat here before you've taken your first pre-season training session, we're sat here before pre-season's begun, but what do you hope to achieve? What are your goals? Have you set any goals at what you want to achieve during your first year as Halifax head coach?
No, we'll sit down as a group in pre-season and come up with what we think is our goals and aspirations, but we have to be realistic and understand that we're expected to be up near the top of this competition, and that's the pressure on me, and that's why I want to be in this job, and it's my job to deal with that and not pass that on to the players. The players just need to come work hard, play the way we want to play, and enjoy playing, but compete for everything.